Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome to Frostpunk, which is a game I really enjoy, and I'm aware it says Frostpunk 2 at the bottom, but that's because they've announced it and they're trying to push it. Now, with Frostpunk, it is a post-apocalyptic city builder set in an alternate universe where the Earth is freezing over, and you've got to try and keep everyone going. I really enjoy this game. I'm going to launch straight into it, and I'm going to do the new home, which is the base core scenario. Oh. I thought that was going to let me choose the difficulty there, but apparently not.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Okay, and here we go. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On our way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of the other people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. So yeah, this is where we need to try and basically survive in this frozen wasteland. So here's our generator. This is where we're going to be building our city around. And yeah, here we go. Right, fight the cold. We need to get the generator going to fight the cold. Okay, so I'm immediately going to pause it so I can start working on things now. We are going to need some wood crates, so we're going to send some people to collect that. We're going to need the wood. Just having a look around, we've got more wood there. We definitely need the coal. I'm going to send you guys out to get the coal. Okay, so that's all of our people allocated. So we've got 80 people that we've got. We've got 50 workers and 15 engineers, 15 children. The children can't work yet. Here is where this game is horrific. It does present you with some horrible, horrible choices. So you'll see we've got all of our people here. They're now heading out into the snow to start collecting all of this up. We have all of our resources at the top, so coal, wood, steel, steam cores we will get onto later, and then we've got raw food and cooked food. This percentage is an efficiency bar, so you can see how well this pile is collecting. So that's working at a third because we've only got 5 of 15 people. We get little notifications, and this one says, word of advice, work is needed. There's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way of addressing this problem is putting our children to work. So we can open the book of laws, and this is where we can set various laws to help with basically trying to deal with how we go forwards. I don't want to set the children working. Ideally, I'm going to want the child shelters, but I think one that we have that is going to be good to start with is going to be the emergency shift. So Everything in this game revolves around the number of days and the time that you're working. So an emergency shift lets us extend the work time, so someone has to work a full 24 hours non-stop. Understandably, that upsets people, but the reason I want it is it leads into the extended shift, which is better and something we are going to want sooner than later. And that pushes up discontent because people are unhappy about the possibility of having to work 24 hours a day. And we also have our hope meter down here, which shows how... yeah, basically hopeful people are. That's kind of it. Now, if discontent hits max or hope hits minimum, you very much run the risk of losing the game, and that becomes the end of it. At the top here, we've got our temperature, and you can see in a couple of days on day 4, we're going to drop 2 levels, and that's going to go to -40, which will be fun. So, we need to start getting some houses down. So, we've got 80 people unhomed. Each of these feeds 10, or houses 10, so we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's all we can afford at the moment, and that's why I was prioritising the wood, because we need to get the wood down so we can get the tents going. So we'll just let that go a little bit more. 5, 6. So at the moment they won't build these because everyone is at work, so they will continue working. But when the work time is over, which I think clocks off as standard at about 6 o'clock, they'll then all start building. So I'm just going to fast forward time a little bit. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more houses. Well, they're tents at this point. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. I didn't line that up right. Let's scrub all of those. That's fine. They hadn't started, so we do get all of the resources back. If you are... tearing down buildings after they've been built, you don't get all the resources back. Right, I wanted to butt that right up against it. I thought that was a road, that's what was shifted around. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because then I can fit 2 more in there if I need to. Which I'm hoping we will need to. Okay, set time going again. We can go a bit quickly. Right, so we need 200 to fire the generator. Let's set the generator going. So what that will do is that's now going to warm these houses. Here we go. The generator hums with a reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of your coal reserves. Now food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and then build a cookhouse to prepare meals. So, food. We have hunters' huts. So, these are... I'm going to try and build it as far out as possible, because they don't actually need to be near the centre of the city. I'm just trying to find somewhere I can put it without breaking stuff. There we go. We'll put that there, and you need a road. There we go. Link it to the generator. And then this will be where we can assign people to go out and find food for us. We also need a cookhouse, which I haven't got the wood for yet, so that's fine. We'll fast forward a little bit to let them collect some of the wood. Lovely. Okay, and this is going to go out on the ring behind. Right, there's that road, which is why it can't go there. We'll put it adjacent to that road. That's fine, you're getting a road built next to you. I'll fast forward through this, and like I say, there we go, free time. So now everyone finishes what they were doing and gets on with the building. And you can see our homeless is dropping quite quickly. And the problem with night time... There we go, people from our convoy. With basic resources go for now, we can try to rescue the people we've left behind, build a beacon, scout the Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings, and we are going to want to do that because that will give us more people, and more people means we can do more things. So, I want to slow this down for the moment. Oh, we've got an ill person already, that's upsetting. Right, I'm going to take these guys off the wooden crates, and you guys are going out hunting. I'm then going to take you guys off that coal, and you guys are going to cook. And then we need health, because we've already got an ill person. Okay, we need 25 wood to build a... basically a sick bay, and we don't have that yet. Okay, that's fine. Do we have... resource? No, gathering post, that's what I want. So gathering post is going to let us take people off these piles and make it a bit more efficient. But we're going to need that. There we go. We've got a new law. Do we want to do a new law yet? So, we can make food go further. This is where I'm looking straight away. We can either add sawdust to the meals to make them more filling, but not really healthy. New recipe, sawdust. Hope will fall, discontent will rise. Some people eating sawdust will fall ill. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat sawdust. Or soup. We can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same raw amount of food. And food additives does the same actually as well. And this gives us soup, hope falls, discontent rises. Eating soup causes discontent. So the difference between these two is this can make your people ill, this makes people grumpy. I'd rather deal with them grumpy than ill, because if they fall ill, they stop working and then everything starts to fall apart and it spirals. So we're going to have that just so we're ready for it. In fact, we're probably going to start on soup. Yeah, that's fine. Make that 100 food go as far as possible at the moment. There's the hunters foraging their way out. Okay. Fast forward through free time. There we go. So we're now into work time. So they're going to start collecting wood and everything again. So we are going to need to get an infirmary down. On the medical post. 25 wood. Okay. I think... Yeah, let's get that gathering post down. Because if we can get that gathering post down, I can take people off of... Well, that wasn't being collected anyway. Okay, so we'll take these off. Take these 15 people off. Let them build the gathering post, because then I can put 10 of the 15 in there and they'll collect from all 3 piles. And it helps keep them warmer as well. So that's going to be better for us. Ideally, we probably want... we haven't got the wood for that yet. That's fine. You guys are collecting coal. You guys are also collecting coal. That's fine. Fast forward through that a little bit. Okay, there we go. Put 10 on there. And then I can take 5 engineers off there and replace those with men. So now we've got 5 engineers going spare, which is good. Right, where are our workers? Why are we at 30%? Okay, the majority of them are going to eat. Because we've, oh wow, basically turned all of that food already into... Okay, well, in which case we can take you guys off. And set you guys to collect some more wood. Because there's no point having the cookhouse open at the moment. Because I haven't got any food to cook. So... may as well move the people out of there and get them doing something else instead of having them sit there for the rest of the day not doing anything. And this is the kind of micromanaging that we need to do. Now, I did mention, and I can't remember, I haven't worked out which order these are going to come out in, but I did mention in the Satisfactory episode I've recorded immediately before this, I was going to try and play the scenario on hard. As you saw, it launched me straight into it. I thought I was going to have the opportunity to change the difficulty, but here we are, and I don't really have time to start and adjust it again. Right, okay, so we need a medical post. Medical post more than anything, so I think we're going to put that there so it can stay nice and toasty. And then we can put our 5 engineers in here as well, so they can start tending to these 3 ill people. There we go. We'll take you back off of there and put you back in the cookhouse. Because I don't really want people collecting stuff fresh in the snow, because that's not good for them, understandably. How far are we off from making a workshop? 15 wood and 5 steel, but we haven't really got... I suppose we've got engineers in there that we'll use. Okay. Yeah. So we've got those 10 engineers up there. So if we put a gathering post up here, we can move these workers over there. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. So you are still gathering all of that up. That's fine. We'll close for the day. We can introduce a new law. I don't think we need... Oh, the extended shift. Yes, I would like the extended shift, please. And then I would like that gathering post to work longer. It's going to upset people, but we need the resources at the moment to get us started. Okay, so those were our hunters. They came back with 15 raw food, which is good, but we're going to need another hunter's hut as well. And this is the thing, we want to get gathering posts down to free up people from hand picking it up. Because the more people we've got hand picking stuff up, the fewer people we've got to run around and actually do other things we need, like, you know, getting food. So what do we got here? We got wood crates. How is our coal consumption? So this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so we're currently gaining a lot more coal than we need. So I think we can take those off. I think we'll move them over there to get those wood crates to start with. So yeah, how's that going to affect our consumption? Yeah, look, that's still gaining more than we're burning, so that's fine. Just having these 10 people over here. So that's okay. We'll fast forward through the night. There's our hunters going back out to get more. Yeah, we're treating people, which is good. Okay, so whenever you speed up, it will speed up until you hit 5 o'clock, and then it will then it will just go back down to normal speed. There we go. So we've got our gatherers, they're starting work early, which is fine, which is good. We've got these guys coming out into the snow, so we're going to want to sort that for them soon. We can make another gathering post. So let's actually just turn these 15 off, get them to build the gathering post instead. Oh, we haven't got the wood for that. Okay. That's fine. You guys build that gathering post, which only requires 10 people. And then we need a little bit more wood. There we go. Right. 10 wood. Ah! There we go. 10 wood. That'll connect that. Okay. So now we're out of wood, but we will just deal with that. Okay. So that's this gathering post done. Set that max. You can work longer shifts as well. You have no food to process, so you 5 can come out. And I think what we want to do is get that first workshop going. Yeah, that's as wide as the cookhouse, so that's where we'll put that out, have it on that ring. I need 4 wood. Don't even have the wood for that. Ah! So hurting for wood at the moment, it's crazy. Yes, I know, I hear the puns. I can hear you guys all saying stuff. Come on. Come on, boys, get collecting. Right, there we go. And this thing can then start our tech tree going, which we're definitely going to want. Right, so we've got 10 unemployed workers. Well, we'll do that instead. Get the engineers off there, because the engineers we're going to want in this tech tree, or this tech building. Are you our hunters coming back? Looks like you are. We are going to want more hunters. So we are going to want to get another gathering post out here. We don't have the wood for that, that's fine. Let's get what we can get going. Can introduce a new law, but again, I don't think we want to. Right, research. We are... What do we want to start with? I mean, I think right now, I think faster gathering is a good place to start. Yeah, let's get fast gathering. Let's get people grabbing that stuff up quicker. I like that. Multiple problems. Requires 1 worker, requires some food to process. I know, that's why there's nobody there. Now, we're about to hit a temperature drop in the morning, which is going to be a challenge for us. Because we can't upgrade to steam level 2 yet. Coal pile depleted. Oh, wow, you finished that coal pile already. Blimey, fair enough. Okay, so you are going to need 10 workers. Okay. So, what I want to do is... Have we got enough wood for another tech building? We have, because I want to get 2 tech buildings going. Now, they do have... and I actually want the tech guys to work longer shifts. Now they do have diminishing returns. So the first tech building you get gives you a 100%. Have I still not built the road for that? Okay. Oh, we need 2 wood. Lovely. Yeah, the first tech building you get gives you a 100% speed boost to your tech, i.e. it gives you some tech. And then after that, every additional one has diminishing returns. So I think the second one gives you 50%, so you work at a 150% rate. And then I think it's like 20, and then after that, everything is only an additional 10%. So you never really want more than like 3 or 4, because then after that, it just becomes massively diminishing returns. Well, I say you don't. I suppose if you've got the spare engineers, you can just throw them all in there and get them going. We've got 3 ill people, which is okay. I am concerned. So at the moment, our homes are comfortable and livable, but we're about to have a 2-degree temperature drop, which means they're going to go down to chilly, which is not what I want. It also means this gathering post is going to go from, well, that's livable at the moment. Okay, livable down to gold, which is going to increase the rate that people will get ill, which again is not what I want. So I don't know we've got a way around that as yet. And we've got 5 spare workers. We haven't got the 15 wood for another. Okay, alright, we'll continue gathering. I think we need to get the sawmill sooner than later as well. Sir, a woman has come forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure she is still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. Yes, which will actually be the second tech we get. I want us to go and start exploring the Frostland, which is basically an overmap where we can go and get more stuff and we can find more people. And we are going to be wanting to explore that because there's some super useful stuff out there. But yeah, I don't think there's much more I can do at the moment. Just skip forward a bit. Yeah, look, we're at 2 in the morning. Everyone's kind of just sitting and I don't have the resources to do anything. We're burning through our coal. Our consumption is still higher, which is good. Okay, we're back from free time. Okay. Wood crates are depleted. Okay, so that pile is now empty. So we are definitely going to want to start looking at a sawmill to start getting some more wood when these run out. Okay, and that'll be our... Will that be our next tech? It might have to be.
Work time. Get moving.
Okay, we've got some food, so let's send the cook guys in. Fast gathering, excellent. Okay, new tech. Do I want the sawmill? I think we're going to need the sawmill because we're just going to need some wood. Much as I want to do the beacon. Okay, this is too cold. It is too cold to work. That is an issue, so we may as well get these people out. So it's out of range of the generator at the moment because the generator is heating just this little bank here. These buildings have more insulation, so they are able to keep going, but this one is colder, so it's now cold and it's too cold for that to operate, which is a problem for us. But I suppose it's not too much. We have got banked rations, but it does mean we'll need to start looking at tech to warm our distant buildings. Okay, wood crate is depleted. Okay, so this one's now all out of wood and just getting steel. Yeah, and this is why I wanted the sawmill, because we've only got a finite amount of wood. Right, okay, we do need a gathering post over here. Yep. And then we can do that. Okay. So that's going to start collecting some more coal for us, which is good. We've got coal deposits here, which is also good. Steel wreckage depleted, gathering post is depleted, so that gathering post now has nothing to do, so let's take that one down. So that'll get us the resources back, and it means we can actually then put out another hunter's hut out here. Although I do just want to check, was that interfering with where... No, it's not. So it's not interfering with where that coal mine would have to go if we wanted to do that. But we can get another hunter's hut, which is good. Okay. Bothers me that that's too cold, but I mean, there's not a lot I can do around that at the moment. So we will never see 20 degrees again. It's never going to get that warm again. Right, sawmills research, which is good. We are going to want the beacon so we can start setting that going. So we can start exploring the Frostland and getting more people in. Because we're going to want more people. That is the way we need to expand. So we're still in work time. Right, that's those guys heading out. Okay, we've got... Send those guys to collect coal. That one's only got 186 left in that pile. Now what I'm planning to do with this one over here, away from nowhere, is I'm planning to put down some coal thumpers, and then we can get some collection out. Right, let's put our remaining 5 people in there. Ooh, okay, we've got sick that we can't deal with. That is an issue. Right, okay, well let's get building a sawmill. Wow, that gets us quite a lot. Okay, and then we can build the street like that. And have we got enough for another? We don't have enough for another medical post, but I need to get that wood away. Okay. Alright. And these are the kind of tough choices we have to face all the time. Okay, so they're going out to now start building. That surprises me because I didn't think we had anyone. Right, that's the beacon researched because you guys are working longer hours, which is good. We need the steam hub so we can start heating the extremities. Okay. So what the steam hub will do is it will let us basically put down mini generators that tie to the main one and heat up little areas around them. Which is why that's going to be very important for us. Now, we don't have anyone to work that yet. That's fine. I'm going to gather the rest of this coal, which will be a couple of hours, and then we'll move those people over to the sawmill. So these guys are still working on wood and steel, which is okay. There's our iron deposit, so we need to start steelworks there. Now, the other thing as well is, look, with this, with the gathering post, it is cold. If I set them to work directly on the coal pile, it would be very cold. So... Again, you don't, when you have that temperature drop, you don't want anyone working out in the exposed open. This is still too cold, isn't it? Yeah, it's too cold. We've got to wait for that temperature rise, and then we're going to need to put a steam hub here to keep this toasty. How is everything? Oh, chilly. Okay, let's turn on the overdrive, which will at least keep people's homes nice and warm. Though actually, we don't want to do that because there's no one at home at the moment. They are all at work. Okay. How are you doing? You've got 86 left. We've got the wood for another medical post, so we'll pop that there. We haven't got the engineers to run it, but, you know, we do what we do. Okay, that's the steam hub done. Excellent. Let's get Hunter's Gear going so they can bring more food back. And we can also then set up steam hubs, so we're going to want that there. Also going to want one up here by this gathering post, so we can then get the thumper in that area as well and work with that gathering post, because that's then going to give us an unlimited amount of coal. Look at that, our coal is full. So I've put this out here because then it will capture that hat. There we go.
End of shift. Go rest all.
Right, you are not meant to be on 24 hours. You can be on a normal shift day, because then it will save it burning coal at night if there's nobody out here. That one's that there. You need to be on a long one because that building is on a long shift. Oh no, you're on a short shift. Okay, we'll set you to a long shift. And then you've got your... Yeah. There we go. And then that turns off overnight. You can see it all kind of temporarily refreezes over. But there we are. So, currently doing that. Right, that means we've got the beacon ready to go. We can put the beacon, again, kind of out in the tail of nowhere. Alright. Insist on being adjacent to a street then. Right, okay. And then we will take one engineer off here and put one on there. Because then they won't heal them as quick, but at least they're both in hospitals. Right, okay. Here comes the beacon. And this then means when we head back out, we know where we can head back to, and it lets us send out those scouting parties. So yeah, and there you go, nice little bird's eye view of our baby city beginning to burgeon out. Right, and here we are, the overland, so we can actually go out and start exploring things now, but we need to make, if we go back to the city, we need to make an expedition, so we need 5 workers for that. Well, we've got 5 right here. And we need 40 wood. Okay, alright, well you guys finish that then. And that's where I'm going to leave it for the moment, so we will catch up next episode. So, if you have been enjoying this and you want to see the series continue, likes, comments, they will let me know that you're enjoying it, and you can give feedback on this. Also, if you are enjoying it and you want to make sure you don't miss any of my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and also turning the bell icon on to make sure that you get told when a new video comes out, instead of, you know, YouTube having to wait and suggest it to you at the beginning, which it might not always do. But yeah, thank you very much to those of you that do that, and I will catch you all next time.